Okay, I'm back for example 4. Now, this one is a little bit different because if you notice, this one has a number in front of the x where the other 3 problems did not. That means that we have to rewrite this problem by factoring out that 4. So I get y equals the log to the base 2 of 4 times x plus 4 minus 2. And that is good. That looks like a 7 there. That's supposed to be an arrow. It was an ugly arrow. So that's going to cause us a little bit of trouble when we go to make our table of values, when we exponentiate both sides, but we'll deal with that in a minute. Okay, so let's figure out our domain. I don't really like that color. Let's put purple here. So our domain is the set of all x such that x must be greater than -4, right? X plus 4 has to be positive, so that means x has to be bigger than -4. Our range is still all reals. This guy is going to move left 4 and down 2. We have to look at the factored form to figure out our translations. So we're going to go left 4 and down 2. Okay, so let me go ahead and plot that. I'm going to go left 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my vertical asymptote. And down 2. So left 4 and down 2. There's my starting point right there. All my points are going to be graphed off of that starting point. It's an open circle because graphs can't go through asymptotes. Okay, so when we exponentiate this, this is base 2. So I'm going to do 2 to the y and 2 to the log of 4x to the base 2 minus 2. So that gives me 2 to the y on the left. Normally, this would cancel out and just give us x, but because of this 4, it's actually going to give us 4x. Okay, so whatever you factored out is what has to get multiplied by the x. If you were to factor out a 3, then this would be a 3x. If you had factored out a 2, then this would be a 2x. Okay, I think I only gave you 1 or 2 of them. So if I solve this for x, I'm going to get 1/4 times 2 to the y is equal to x. So all I did was multiply both sides by 1/4 because that cancels out the 4's there. And now I can make my table of values. Okay, x and y, and this is the equation I'm using. So I'm going to pick -1, 0, 1, and 2. If I put -1 in there, 2 to the -1 is actually a half. So 1/4 times 1/2 is 1/8. That's going to be ugly to graph. If I put 0 in there, 2 to the 0 is 1. 1/4 times 1 is 1/4. Not much prettier to graph. If I put 1 in there, 2 to the first power is 2. 1/4 times 2 is 1/2. If I put 2 in there, 2 to the second power is 4. 1/4 times 4 is 1. I'm going to pick a few more numbers. I'm going to put 3 in there. 2 to the third power is 8. Right? 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. 1/4 times 8 is 2. And I'm really going to get crazy here. I'm going to put 4 in there. 2 to the fourth power is 16. So 1/4 times 16 is 4. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to graph. I'm not interested in graphing this point, and I really don't want to graph that point. I'm okay with a half. So from my starting point here, I want to go right a half and up 1. So right 1/2 and up 1. Okay, and I have that one done. Now I'm going to go right 1 and up 2. So right 1 and up 2. And I'm done with that point. Right 2 and up 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Done with that one. And last but not least, right 4 and up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to put a nice little logarithmic curve in there. And I'm going to get close to the asymptote without actually going through it. Okay? So you now know how to graph logarithms by hand. I want you guys to try the other 4 problems. They're actually, I learned how to double side on my printer. Haha. So there's 5 and 6, and there's 7 and 8. Okay? You can just sketch them in your notebooks. You don't have to print out the graphs. Okay? If you have any questions, email me.